But know this to be true. There is no one more of a badass mofo than a Taoist when it comes to energetics. We are second to none. We have spent thousands, 10,000 years mastering our craft. And you can realize that instantaneously just by using the Way 126. It's integrated into it. That's the power of it. And so we look at this and we keep reiterating, your truth is the only truth you need to be concerned with. And we keep reminding you how powerful, we keep reminding you how powerful you are, because the second you accept who you really are, all bets are off. This operation of pure spirit that you really are, it's go time. Ooh. You're the best around. Nothing's ever going to keep you down. Let that echo within your very essence. Let all the ones that have walked before you, that have transmitted and imprinted the very essence, the electric charge that you are experiencing through that most profound anthem, let it resonate through your very essence, from a subatomic level all the way up to the flesh and blood that you see before you. You are the best around. Let that echo, the name that cannot be named, let that be your truth, your reality, all that is. Let that powerful incantation guide you. Manifest, create, realize everything right here, right now. Welcome to the consciousness of the way. My divine, delectable co-host, Electromagneto. Did you get a nice charge from that? Is that your curly hair? Are you happy to see me?
Mm-hmm. My supercharge.
Your supercharge, my divine, delectable co-host, High Priestess Jade.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to be you.
It's good to be, especially now after that. I mean, whoo.
Wow. My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still reverberating, still oscillating, still vibrating. And I'm your humble servant and Sifu, Taoist Master San Quinn. Let that echo.
Mm-hmm. Did you notice too? I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've heard that song, but I listen to it and they say that line 3 times. He says it 3 times in each course, over and over
Whoa,
and
what
over
are
again.
you?
I know.
What are the chances? What is going on here?
Yeah.
Mic drop. You
It's,
know if you know, you don't know if you don't know. Oh, yeah.
yeah, it was like this, I had this consciousness epiphany of, when you look at it, you look at something, you stare at it all the time, and then you notice something different about it, and you're like, ooh.
And it's fundamentally a profound example right now. Proof as you know it, proof as you experience it, right here, right now. The supercharge that you all experience, the reverberating, oscillating, vibrating experience that you're having right now. Mm-hmm. That supercharge you're experiencing up your spine that's projected out into the very space that you're in, that gets you all supercharged. That's all the people before you that have imprinted their very essence, their thoughts, feelings, and emotions into that moment, making it more than real, making it so pliable, so tangible. Every time you revisit it, it becomes stronger and stronger. This is the soft technology that you possess. Oh, yeah. It's yours. It's all yours. Mm-hmm. And that's what makes you so powerful. That's what makes you so collective, singular, oneness, all that is.
Gives you the chills.
Oh, yeah. And so that is the most profound part, which comes down to what? The feeling. It's a visual, audible experience creating a kinesthetic charge. Regardless, once you've seen it, you cannot unsee it. Let's make this true. Let you know this to be real. Let you know this to be true. That you can close your eyes and you can see it. You can keep your eyes open. You can see it. Once you hear that sound, it permeates all the way down to a subatomic particle.
You feel it.
Thank you, Daniel-san. Thank you, Mr. Miyagi. Thank you. Some of the best, most incredible, profound moments of realization that I have had in this natural-born life that encapsulates a moment in history. The realization, that movie represented more than just the idea of the student is the teacher is the student, which is the very essence of all things within Taoism. It was you investing in what was most powerful. If you're operating in a place of duality, understand this, know this to be true. That was your validation. That was your confirmation of the underdog, of the power of duality, and then your investment, your truth, your belief system in you will always prevail. Good will prevail over evil. Oh, yeah. And then, of course, your movement, your realization, your level up of consciousness to a place of all-knowing. You are the field is you. Oh, yeah. Oh. Mm-hmm. And that's yours. It's all yours. And that powerful neural network, that powerful sensory perception that you acquire, and how we do it is we give you a thought, feeling, and emotion encapsulated in an experience. And you will have the visual audible experience creating the kinesthetic charge that is the validator, that is the go time, the realization you are the field is you. Now, your switch on and off of all things realized, your switch on and off of all things conscious, your switch on and off of everything that is, all is one is all, is your perception. Mm-hmm. Oh, take that to the bank. Oh, yeah. Can you dig it? Oh, another golden oldie. Let me bring them out of the vault. What a powerful movie. Another one. And so collective is so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we always lean on the understanding and reiterate over and over again, your truth is the only truth you need to be concerned with. Now, there is an interesting consensus of throughout the alternative healing world, we lean on the generations before us, the thousands, millions of people that have walked before us, that have handed down from generation to generation the profound ancient rituals that are tens of thousands of years old from Taoism, that are realized in our practices, that we create this magic that we call the Way 126. And we use the neurology of the human being to translate that into a realized experience, a truth, a validator of what is now. That power is within you. That power is within everyone. All is one, one is all. And so you have a moment like the one we just shared. You have that interconnection, using your neural network to wire you up instantly. Now, I may have a few more years in the game than the average bear, especially realized on this planet Earth, this reincarnation right here, right now, many decades in the mastery of energetics. Does not mean that you can't realize everything that I know to be true, that I know to be real, that I know to be now. There is zero reason you cannot realize it right here, right now. Instantaneously, you have the same senses, you have the same neurology. There is nothing denying you your innate power, the true source to everything. It's yours for the accepting, not the taking, because it's already yours. But that separation that we speak of, which separates you from your spirit, is a generational thing. Now, from our ancient roots within Taoism, we resonate with it. The spirit has always been recognized and valued within Eastern culture. Not so much here. The Western culture has worked overtime to diminish the value of the very truth of what it is. And so that separation can be a combination of many things. But let's just say, rewind 300-400 years ago, and it all started with the conception of what we call Newtonian physics. Moreover, a greater understanding of that. It's either the seed, if I had to really split hairs, the seed of Newtonian physics also brought forth another realized new idea, calculus. Now, you historians that are so caught up in the semantics, because as far as I'm concerned, a story is a story is a story. And you must show me the power, because that history will realize itself right here, right now. If there is power behind it, if there have been people walking before you that have infused and imprinted the very essence into what you are experiencing, which is what we offer as ancient Taoist practices within the integration of the hand seals, the incantations, the talismans, all the magic that are symbols, numbers, words, letters. It's all realized deep within the core of your DNA. The very thing that makes you tick, that makes you gravitate to everything that is, that power is yours for the realization, for the acceptance of. And so splitting hairs here nor there, that realization, physics, quantum physics, it's all just a new language that is not ancient by any stretch of the imagination. Yet Jade and I use it as a form of communicating with you, because if I say tomato and you say tomato, we need to work out how to make ketchup.
Yeah, it's like the all the amazing experiences people have going to these like wonders of the world. Like going to the pyramids or going to the Great Wall in China or making these religious pilgrimages, 1,000 miles across the desert. They feel this pull to ancestry, to their ancestors, to where they came from before, to all the people who built it, or you know what I mean. You can go and touch it and feel the thousands of hands who put it on the wall that you're standing in front of right now, right this instant. And it's all incorporated within, those monuments, those amazing miracles of
Right.
I call them wonders, whatever you want to call them,
Right.
throughout the world.
Right. Infusing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when we talk about the imprinting, we talk about that realization on a much deeper level, understanding how powerful that is. Your attention, intention becomes realized. And so when you dismiss someone else's belief system, you dismiss your own. You are me, I am you. Realize that, know that to be true. So there's a huge movement right now, which is the separation. It's the integration of spirit, which is the true essence of everybody. It's for you to discern, for you to decide when that is realized, when that becomes your reality. But when people dismiss or speak down to someone else's belief system, i.e. religious or just faith in of itself, philosophy, or a realized methodology, you dismiss your own. Because consciousness is everything. That means I could put a penny on every time I hear this story, or I come across someone who has a past life. I give them a past life reading they are like a person of religious background, a truth teller, a person that has spoken the truth of this belief system for lifetimes, realized. Yet in this lifetime, they are an atheist, they are anti-religion, they are all these things. And the truth is, you are everything. And the merging of your realization to level up to your consciousness when you accept all is one, one is all. Now it's go time, baby. That's when the real magic takes place. That power.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you level up from 3 to 5D, as we've spoken on. This is a dimensional shift, that realization, that tangibility. And so the seed of energy, and the reason that when I speak on it, it becomes realized. If I just think it, it becomes realized. If you're in this space and all I'm doing is talking about it, moving my hands around, you can feel the energy. It's a rippling effect. But this is also representative of my past lives. I'm talking hundreds of them. That has brought me to this point. My realized eternal immortal self in this package that we consider flesh and blood, this human being experience that I share with you. So my mastery has come from many lifetimes before this, that is realized right here, right now, this consciousness, making it tangible. And that's all from the ability to accept the field is me, that I am the field. I am the field is me. The field is you, you are the field. All is one, one is all. And so you're not talking in third person. You're not talking at yourself. When you think it, it is so. There is no title. And that tangibility comes in the form of the true laser focus that can be generated within this projector. And as you generate and you craft your skills and you become realized once again to who you really are, your separation, you're not thinking, you're knowing, it becomes all powerful once more. You're reunited and it feels so good. That is your power. That is your knowing. Right here, right now. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to ask for it. It's already happened. And so we lean on the power of a visual audible experience creating a kinesthetic charge. We have created the integration of Nigong and Qigong, ancient Taoist practices that master the energy with your mind, master the energy with your breath. Those two ancient techniques in of itself, plus another 11 herbs and spices proprietary to ancient Taoist practices that are realized in a digital format that you realize as a Way 126 experience, is your access point, your realization to who you really are. Now, it leans on the fundamentals of understanding quantum physics and epigenetics because that's just a new language that we speak on. That's it. That's just been realized in the last 300-400 years. But let it be known, if you are in the Newtonian camp, you feel as everything operates separately. I know this to be true from my past lives to what it is today. When I feel it, I'm at one with all. That is my validation. And that should be yours. It's not for you to go, oh, Jade and Sifu said this and this and this. No. When you feel it, it becomes real to you. And that's why the Way 126 is so powerful, because that validation takes place. You use your own senses, your own neurology to arrive at that. We just give you the method. We give you the incredible integrated thousands of year-old rituals that are integrated into the very digital essence is why that thing is so powerful, and it's instantly obtained. The relaxation, the 5 pina coladas laying on the beach in the Bahamas for 5 days, getting a full body massage, that is realized instantaneously from hitting play because you are experiencing what millions of people have experienced before you. And your neurology speaks to you. That is realized. So we use those mechanics to create coherence. We talk about the mastery of your emotions. Your emotions don't control you, you control your emotions. We speak on that. We give you the inner workings of it. We get you to realize that an emotional state is a disturbed state, which is an incoherent state, which makes it impossible for you to realize the inner connection of how powerful you are between the earth and the universe, realized as one. You are the field. That 0-point energy that we talk on, that is the inner workings, the nucleus, the epicenter of all things, that black hole energy, the singular, the Wu-Ji, the stillness between the breath in and out, that is yin and yang, that is the Tao. Wu-Wei, effortless action realized right here, right now. That power is palpable. And when I do that, you go, holy moly, how did you do that, Sifu? Because we're all interconnected. We are all as one. And then the fact that you separate yourself for a second and go, I feel that. You're there. What, Sifu, did you just say I'm there? Well, what about the lotus position and the 3 incense and feel good relaxy time music and, looking at my special blue lit wall that says, no. You're there. Your gift, your realization is that, you know what that switch is for consciousness? You know what your big master switch is? It's called perception. Mm-hmm. Your master switch is perception. And when you hit that bad boy on, there's no turning it off. So we master the energy, because once you do that, you imagine your physical body is a TV. You have the receiver with the receptors being the dermal layer of this very flesh and blood that is the culture medium that we realize as the blood that is the determining factor when signals are going in and out of this very essence. Wave to matter to particle, realizing a cluster of a thought, feeling, and emotion that is transcended into an experience that creates that kinesthetic charge, that supercharge that is realized with the pituitary, pineal, and thalamus, those hormones, feel good, that are rippling out into the very essence and the signaling of this infrastructure that we call your DNA, that is your genes. And you get to master it. You get to switch it on and off at will with your attention, intention. That power is yours for the no, it's not for the taking. It's already yours. It's yours for the acceptance. You are all powerful. You are all knowing. Right now, you don't have to wait another second, another minute. We hop on that connectivity. We hop on that kinesthetic charge, because that's when you validate it as real. Not when Jade says it, not when I say it. You feel it. You know it to be true. That is the Shazam moment. It's critical that you feel it.
That flow.
The flow. Mm-hmm. That's right.
The synchronicity.
The power.
The coincidence. I mean, I think even just the word coincidence wouldn't exist if everything was in this kind of Newtonian, everything is separated, the butterfly effect, however you want to, everything happens for a reason. I have no regrets because everything led me to here. I mean, the expressions and sayings are so built into everyday life. People don't even realize that, like, that is the field. You are the field. You're in the field.
Wow. You are the field.
You are the field.
And that's a great point that Jade makes. Understanding that the separation is what keeps you from your true power. Mm-hmm. That realization. And so the reason I harp on things like Newtonian physics and Darwin theory is because these are seeds of how you come to your realization that you're not even aware of. I'll give you one, for example. Take this and let this echo in your mind that is not yours, which is the consciousness, but don't worry, you've got a great idea. Have you ever heard the expression, survival of the fittest? If that rings true to you, which it would, just like the power of the yin and yang, which is recognized by literally, I would say 9 out of 10 people, 10 out of 10 people, anyone I ever ask, they understand that from an intuitive level, how powerful that symbol is, what it means to them. That survival of the fittest expression, concept, identifier of your need to compete, that comes from Darwin theory. Very limited. You know, you realize these things and you have an epiphany, a deja vu moment, just like you're listening to Jade and I right now going, what are the chances of that? Well, we're coming to a full circle at this moment. I spoke on the founding fathers that were spiritual innovators. We talk on the in God we trust on the very dollar bills that we use to recognize a transfer of energy that is realized as money, because that's what this country was founded on. And we've gone through a moment of separation over the last 100 years that would make you believe that you can't trust yourself, that you need someone else to tell you whether things are right or wrong. Understand how powerful you are. And so you can validate this. Oh, well, Sifu, how dare you? I am an individual. You can't fool me. Yeah, I get it. So validate it. Let yourself know that you as a individual, you as a collective, you as a singular, because when you realize that your need to be individual is part of the separation process, that once you accept you are me, I am you, mic drop. And so that separation has come full circle. You know, this happened many years ago, just in the Eastern culture, with, you know, just horrible stuff where people were being, there were millions of people that were erased off the face of the earth due to really bad leaders of certain countries. And so that relates into a certain mindset. But know this to be true. There is no one more of a badass mofo than a Taoist when it comes to energetics. We are second to none. We have spent thousands, 10,000 years mastering our craft. And you can realize that instantaneously just by using the Way 126. It's integrated into it. That's the power of it. And so we look at this and we keep reiterating, your truth is the only truth you need to be concerned with. And we keep reminding you how powerful, we keep reminding you how powerful you are, because the second you accept who you really are, all bets are off. This operation of pure spirit that you really are, it's go time. And so right now, in society today, we are coming a full circle. It's back to the spirit, baby. That's what we know of. That's why there's this talk of high levels of consciousness. That's why we're talking about we're moving into a 5D reality. This is how these people talk. These people, most of the people in my space as alternative healing will talk about this stuff. We're moving from our 3D to our 5D. No longer are we material. We're not about the matter. We're about the spirit. Amen to that. Amen to that, sisters and brothers. I believe that. I know that to be true. Many lifetimes before this. But this is critical go time. Houston, we have a problem. Oh yeah, it's realized. Most powerful right now is everyone's realization that they are the field. And guess what? Everything is abundant, timeless, endless, limitless, infinite, the truth to everything. There is no exception. When you understand that about the universe, nothing is finite, nothing is limited. The idea to even spout the expression, survival of the fittest, does not put you in a place of separation, which is where everyone seems to be. And so what do we talk about within this separation? You know, quantum physics has generated some incredible realizations, but also some very large devastations to mankind, because what happens? Oppression, depression, possession. What are we talking about? Just look to your cell phone and tell me, how much time do you spend with yourself as opposed to others? And you have truly been indoctrinated into believing that you are separate. And with that comes compartmentalizing of this, the idea that you have thoughts of your own, the idea that you are different. I am an individual. You can't fool me. Okay? Second, I'll give you a taste of that supercharged booyah. You want some more. You want it bad, baby. I got that ache for it. I'm chasing the dragon. I'm chasing the dragon, the energetic dragon, not the other one that some people talk about. The energetic dragon, that all-knowing, that all-source power. Because if I am you and you are me, there's what is there to be resistant to? What is there to be apprehensive of? What is there to be fearful of? Those thoughts, those emotions do not evoke feelings when they don't exist, because they're not part of your repertoire.
What is there to be angry of, jealous of, envious of?
Yourself?
All of these lower vibrational energies in comparison to, gratitude, love, selflessness.
And this is the big thing, because you have been sold the belief through generations past that have integrated into your very DNA. Understand this. We gravitate to it. Words, symbols, numbers, letters. This is integrated into your DNA from past generations. People speculate. 9, 18, 27, 36. I can tell you it goes on. But we limit it to a number. We don't have to, because that's separating us.
Yeah.
But, understand this, know this to be true. When you have that epiphany, you're not thinking, you are knowing. That means you are all. You are singular. You are the collective. That's where the power draws in. What I will identify with, what I will share with you to know to be true, is that's go time for you. This moment right here, you cannot unsee what you have already seen. We are sharing with you a realization that will rock your world, baby. And for that reason, we are forever grateful that you share your humanness, your time right now. And once again, separated by a clock that determines what that is.
Yeah, my dad always used to have a famous one-liner. You know, people go, hey, you know, how are you? And he'd be like, I'm great. And they'd be like, how's your wife? You know, how is she? And he'd be like, compared to what? And it was in the, you know, they kind of go back, and it was, though, it was like, well, again, compared to what? It's all a perception.
Right.
You know, am I comparing it to someone who I dislike? Oh, she's amazing. Am I comparing it to something else? Oh, well, I don't know, she's not that great. You know what I mean? It's everything is a comparison. Everything is this separation, you know, keeping up with the Joneses. It's not the phrase, I am the Joneses, we are the Joneses. It's keeping up with the Joneses.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
Right.
everything is this kind of separation, this comparison, you know. Am I less than or more than, when it's like, I just am.
Right. Which leads me to, you have been lied to. Oh, yeah. Because you are not in lack of. You are whole.
Mm-hmm.
You are all-knowing. That power is forever. And so you are on the precipice within the scriptures. Let it known. Let it be very clear. Let your ears ring with the very essence of this incantation. When you're at your lowest, you're at your highest. Oh, yeah. Let that resonate with you for a second.
Mm-hmm.
That realization. Because you are this close to being realized, if not already. And it's just a couple more doses of jade and sifu, and all bets are off, my friends.
Yeah.
But understand that you are operating on this unconscious behavior. That's why the way 126 is so powerful. It bridges the gap between the conscious and unconscious, validating the truth. And so that realization is critical. And when you bring that to the forefront, and you operate that way, all of a sudden, synchronicity, manifestation, magic, healing is instantaneous, and you become the master keeper, creator of of those 50 trillion cells that are realized. And you know, the cynical, introspective, analytical component to your very essence, which is layered in fear, fight or flight, will be no more. But as a human being, whatever you start, you must finish. So instinctually, intuitively, you must validate. That's why we take the thinking out and we give you the knowing, which is in turn the feeling, which validates you're already there. Because that synchronicity within your neurology that makes it possible is the all-powerful, all-knowing. You're an eternal immortal having a human being experience. Know this to be true. Understand this is your tuning fork. Your physical body, the neurology that lies within this flesh and blood, is your tuning fork. That is the simulator. That's how you are able to level up and measure your consciousness. All is one, one is all. That's what happens when you go up the scale and you're in the 5, the 9, the 18, the 27 dimensional realization. It just becomes more sensory. Your sensory perception is not capped at 5. That's a starting point. It is unlimited.
Yeah, it makes me think of that. I don't know if you remember this. The that scene in the movie Wall-E, where like they all drive around in these little like motorized like carts or like scooters, and then when the guy falls out of the scooter, and then like he has this moment where he like stands up and realizes like I can walk. Well, why am I just in this automated thing where I just drive around? Like I have legs. I can, you know what I mean? And it's kind of that like awakening for people where it's like, oh, I don't have to just keep doing this autonomous programming of, results that I don't want, things I don't want, manifestations I don't want. I can wake up and stand up and go, no, this is what I want. Now I'm going to get it. I have the power to get it. I showed myself I can do it. Now I want this. Now I want this. Now I can have this. Now I am this. Look at the power I can do now. Look at what I have.
Yeah. And that's it. It's understanding what you have possession of. Using the analogy that Jade and I always speak of, driving the Pinto, opening the hood, realizing you have a Lamborghini underneath. It's the same thing with your neurology. We work on these things. We use the neurology to sync you, to create the coherence. And the deciding factor that is the all-knowing, the consciousness switch, is your perception.
Yeah.
That's it. And when you lean on neurology, when you lean on biology, when you lean on physiology, when you lean on psychology, you are limited in of itself. You are limited to the very framework that you have realized that where it came from. The 300-page book, the 3-year degree, the limited experience that you may have. To be all-knowing is to be everything. It goes beyond that. So whatever you have defined your reality in within this framework of this physical body is just the beginning. I've spoken on the gene expression that is evoked by a thought, feeling, and emotion using the culture medium that is the blood, that is the catalyst to drive the emotion chemical response that is created by your pituitary, pineal, and thalamus that is realized within the actual validator that is your perception, that is the membrane, that is your dermal layer, that realizes the external forces that permeate into turning on and off your genes. That's it. Your genes just sit there. This has been validated time and time again. The realization when we're able to realize that the genes change their expression, they turn on and off in the presence of different blood. That's what it comes down to. What is the blood the carrier of? Your thoughts, feeling, and emotions. That chemistry determines what you are going to get out of this. Now, when you can finite that, when you can laser focus that, and you become the master keeper creator of the 50 trillion cells, and you move that energy whenever, however, over 3 trillion volts of electricity, you are all powerful, you are all knowing, you are realized, you are the universe. Oh yeah.
That perspective has everything. And that's why you kind of will notice some people too who are like exceptional at one aspect of their life and then horrible at something else. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, this person's a professional athlete. They're absolutely incredible. But like as a businessman or like money management, they just are not there. They don't have the same thing. And that all comes back to that perspective, the thoughts, feelings, and emotions.
And your limit is your imagination. Your limit for what your potential is you. So your sensory perception, your perception is the only thing you need to be concerned with. Your truth is the only truth you need to be concerned with. That is the validator. Your perception is the on and off switch of your gene expression, which is realized within your manifestation, your healing, your magic. It all comes together as a whole. That's the energy, baby. Wave to matter to particle. Oh, yeah. All these magical, mechanistic elements are spoken on. We speak on them to give you a deeper understanding. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. And so that validates with you, because when you hear the things coming out of Jade and I's mouth, you're like, oh, I felt that.
You got me.
And so that is an indicator, because you have a layered neural network within your brain and your heart, sensory nitrates that are cells that are 40,000 cells within your heart that you have also within your brain. And so that linking mechanisms is what you create and synchronize. And understand this. This is the basics. Once you master the energy, then it's level up time. Well, let's get into serious spiritual evolution, which is what we teach people on. We teach you the mastery of the energy. That's the baseline. You handle your emotions. You handle your first world problems instantaneously, being able to master your emotions. That is just the entry level, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies. We want you to level up on spirit, baby. Can you dig it? And so when you start leveling up on spirit and you become a freaking divine catalyst and conduit of pure source energy as a channeler, you get direct information, which is what we get on a daily basis, what I get on a daily basis from all my teachers and all the immortals before me right here, right now. Like direct access. That's why we speak on, we're going to interview them, we're going to bring them in, because that's everywhere. There is an infinite amount of spirits and energies. Understand this, know this to be true. It is framed in your reality, how you receive them, how you perceive them, what is realized. That's why don't get it twisted, baby. Understand this, know this to be true. If you even acknowledge survival of the fittest, you need to start changing your perception. Understand this, know this to be true. Because you're already programmed from past generations of being limited, because that was the separating factor that this guy planted the seed on, that was realized throughout the world as a recognition of 3 ways to regulate and create homeostasis within the earth by using this very mindset. And people speak on it all the time. I have a mindset. Beautiful. Let's expand it. If it starts with Marvel's greatest hits, then I'm excited. If you have a mindset realizing that you are one of the Avengers, you just got started, baby. Because your sensory perception is not limited to gene expression. Turning on and off your genes are not limited to the 20,000+ genes that you were born into this world with, that were handed down to you from generation to generation to your realization right now within the DNA strand. That's just the beginning. What we have discovered, not that I didn't know this already, but let me use the very, very, very contemporary, very, very young language that we call physics to give you an understanding. And so, know that start, that information is just the launching pad for you being all-knowing. And that access, that gives you instant manifestation, instant healing, instant magic. Those mechanisms are all interworking. When you understand this, then we lean on the symbols, the words, the numbers, the letters. This is all integrated into our ancient practices that are very, very profound for realizing energetics, for realizing your energetic body, which is a foundation, which is parallel to the maestro. It's the puppeteer of your physical body. Understand this, know this to be true. And what's the puppeteer of your energetic body? Your spirit body.
And there is no separation between them. And
Hell no.
Yeah, once you come to that realization and realize that as well, that's when, you start seeing the profound things start to happen.
Can you dig it? Mm-hmm. And so we have this understanding, we have this fundamental understanding. There's so much that we've put out in front of you today, my friends, in relation to that, to really wrap your mind. But know this to be true. You have been lied to. And this will become realized. Mm-hmm. Because that resonates with you and you know it. There is no separation between you and me. We are one. That 0 point energy is another reflection of your consciousness speaking to you. Because when you are the field, you're all-knowing. And that realization comes with that interconnected entanglement that we speak of. And that is the truth, ladies and gentlemen and ladies. So we talk about how deep-rooted the Taoist practices are. We use those because they evoke the energy body so quickly, faster than anything you could ever do. And that's why when you hang out with us, we give you the tools to set you on fire, to have you realize whatever it is that you want to do. You become the eternal flame that we speak of that burns inside you. Whatever your belief system, it will be realized. It starts with the cognitive spark, the thought, feeling, and emotion that creates that inner coupling of that energetic body that you have forgotten existed, that has always been there.
Or you've had little glimpses of and can't seem to get back to
Exactly.
it.
And that's why we're here. Mm-hmm. And so you take your belief system to the bank, ladies and gentlemen and ladies. Use that expression, know that to be true. You are the bank. And so whatever you believe in is the only truth that you need to be concerned with. And that is the foundation, because your perception is the switch that turns on and off the very essence of who you are, right down to a cellular level. So that perception is integrated right down to a cellular level that is realized within your ability to heal, to cast magic, to manifest. That is all realized instantaneously. So we talk on ancient practices, we talk on Taoism, because this is a Taoist channel. So let's talk about the rainbow body. Oh yeah. And recently we've really enjoyed doing or participating and sharing the audience with a few simple methods of instantly elevating energetics. Because that's the first validator. The fastest way for you to come to a conclusion of how powerful you are is to validate it with the energy, baby.
Feeling it.
You got to feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And that speaks volumes. And if you go from any ancient practices, Taoist, Hindu, Hermetic, it doesn't matter. They're going to speak on the energy. And we're still second to none. And so the rainbow body is the ultimate realization of being at one with everything. Spoken on within Buddhism, it's spoken on within other practices. It can be realized as many different things. We talk about the spirit body, the Shen within Taoism. And the mechanisms between that is connecting the sun with the earth, which moreover would be the heart with the brain. And so the supercharged major kickoff point, and what you're going to get a sample of today. Oh yeah, you like that, don't you? And that's part of the inner neural network that you have, that you can realize that, just like you realized that song in the beginning, it's already happening to you. Because my attention, intention is instantaneous. You are me, I am you. And so I'll lean to my divine delectable co-host for any closing words or thoughts or feelings before we blow your mind.
Oh, I'm excited.
Actually, it'll be a little more like blow your heart, but whatever. I mean, it's all half
Your
of
heart and your mind.
Blow your heart and your mind.
I think we covered a lot today.
We did.
I'm always just immersed in the whole experience of it in itself, and understanding that again we come back to the simplicity. I think sometimes people actually struggle with how simple we make it, and they're like, how can I be all powerful? How can I, get rid of my debt and my bills and my sickness and my this and my that? And it's like, to change your perspective.
Perception is everything.
Change your perception, change your thoughts, change your ideas, clearly whatever you're doing right now isn't working. So,
right. And the feeling is the validator.
Absolutely. And if not, download the app.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll help you out.
Right. The app will realize you instantaneously.
Mm-hmm.
So, this particular exercise will ramp up the energy within the middle dantian, moreover, revealing the three rubies that are inside the three emeralds that exist within the sacred infinite garden that is your middle dantian. And just me saying that, you know what happens, ladies and gentlemen. And that's why it's like, hang on a second, he's talking about that. I'm feeling this pit of something heavy in my chest. Oh, yeah. This is why I am the Sifu. And so, just me layering that out. And we will draw the energy in and have it realized. Like right now. Ooh. Oh. Someone get me an ambulance. My heart is feeling very heavy. Hopefully, it's not going to be fatal. Oh, yes, it will be. Just the idea it's going to be a fatal ending to your limitation of what you believe is possible. Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, the death of the limitation of the idea that you are compartmentalized. Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, it's gone. It's time to raise yourself up to the all-knowing, all-powerful frequency, energy, vibration that you really are. And so, realizing the three rubies, the three emeralds inside the sacred infinite garden within the dantian. Whew. Just me speaking on that, we have brought in the presence of these specific energies, and you're able to realize that at home. I don't need to ask you. I know, because I can see it. And so that validator, that power, that frequency, energy, vibration is realized. So now what do we do with it? It's sort of like the feeling of indigestion, the density within your middle dantian, moreover, your fourth chakra, within Taoism, your fifth energy center, or just you want to call it your plain old heart, is starting to realize. And so, if I just sort of turn it around a little bit, yeah, there we go. And everyone in the audience can do just like my divine delectable co-host Jade here, and close one sense and just immerse yourself deeper into that power that you have. And we are turning that over like dough, pizza dough, getting thicker and brighter as we speak. Oh my goodness, it's so bright I need to wear shades. Wow. and that is realized instantaneously. This is all leaning upon your neural network. The sensory nitrates that are the cells that are found within your heart are being realized and expressed, and they're also found within your brain. Your neural network, the neuroplasticity of this soft technology that is realized as the flesh and blood that you see before you, right down to a subatomic particle, with the black hole energy, the singular, the stillness, the eye of the storm that is realized as the Wu Ji between the breath in and the breath out, that is yin and yang, that is all-knowing, that is effortless action. Take that mouthful and realize it. And so I'm going to turn that over even more. And what you're going to come to realize is, through all that, the deeper the incantation that I speak on, the more dense the realization of the energy is. So all of a sudden you have this sensory perception. You're like, Sifu's talking, and I feel like I'm immersed more into the energy than I was before. Bingo! That's yours. That's all yours. You're all powerful. You're all knowing. You are realized. You are the field. Now, all I'm going to do now that I've laid that energy, ignited that energy, synchronized all of us, Jade and myself, with all the audience, as it becomes denser and denser and denser, all I'm going to do is add another ancient technique, a little secret sauce between Nigong and Qigong. Oh my goodness, I think I might pass out at this point. Wow, that is some crazy energy right now. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to breathe in and out. You can follow my lead. We're going to do it 3 times, and then you're going to hold it for an 18 count on the exhale of the last breath. And then realize that, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, are you ready? Hold. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Oh, yeah. Let that respiration be the amber of the cigarette. Let it glow. Let it shine like a diamond. The more you breathe, the brighter it gets. The more sensitive you become, the more dense the energy. Oh, yeah. Shine light, shine bright like a diamond. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Let me just dough that up for you, that pizza dough. Dough it up a little bit more. Your awareness, your sensory perception has just leveled up 4, 5, 10 knots. Let's try 27. My goodness. Wow. Moment of realization, ladies and gentlemen and ladies. The power of the energy, the mastery that you possess within you, that is the field that you are already realized. Oh my goodness. Sit with that, and anyone in the audience that hears my voice from a distance, allow yourself to stay where you are, and your consciousness and unconscious will work together to slowly bring you back to the consciousness of the room at your own pace. Realize the magnitude and power of who you are, and let it flow like water. Your effortless action is the realization of the amplitude of the energy, frequency, vibration that you are experiencing right now. Whew. I would like to thank my divine, delectable co-host, Jade. I want to thank you, the audience, for your profound time and attention, which there is no time, but let's just say attention. Your gratitude and appreciation for all that is realized in this very moment, and so is mine. And with that, I am your humble servant and Sifu, Taoist Master Sun Quinn. And I'll see you on the next one, guys.